Sunrise and Sunset by Emily Dickinson.
Now hold on. You have to be a little bit more original than that, or Miss Lander's gonna knock you for plagiarizing.
Fine then, I'll come up with my own. How does this sound? Sunset and Sunrise by Jacob Fu. I'll tell you how the sun set. A person has been killed. As gray and old as one can be, through swift and painless death. As one with new life eagerly seeks the future. There may be treasures found from what is now to come. With a bleeding heart for newfound hope, a light had finally risen. Now I said proudly to myself, that must have been the moon! With a chance of new beginnings, and a chance to feel free. Little progress at a time. And flickering lights shining like a dime. The sun began to rise. So, I'll tell you how the sun set. Basically, the story starts off with an old man. He is killed by a random stranger while walking down the road. The scene then transitions into the old man being given life by a kind stranger. The old man rejects this blessing and proceeds to inflict self-penance upon himself, until a light begins to shine. In the background, this light is represented by a moon. The moon represents the light, which is a metaphor for the idea of revenge in this poem. With revenge in his mind, the old man travels back to the same location he had been killed. The same murderer attempts to inflict the same killing blow upon this old man. As the old man witnesses this, he kills the stranger instead. Thus, the sun begins to rise and repeats the cycle. And that was Sunset and Sunrise by Jacob Fu.
So, what inspired you to do this poem?
Sunrise and Sunset by Emily Dickinson. I'll tell you how the sun rose, a ribbon at a time.
So, what's the overarching theme of your poem?
The overarching theme of this poem is second chance.
So what transcendentalist poet inspired you and why?
The poet was Emily Dickinson. The reason was because of our repetitive use of her poems in 8th grade.
So why did you choose to write a poem instead of a short story?
I like poems, unlike Miss Landers. Okay, no, I just actually really just like the simplicity in a poem.
So what do you want your audience to take away from your poem?
I want my audience or reader to experience humor in my dark poem.
Now why did you decide to make a poem instead of a short story?
I'll tell you. Sunrise and Sunset by Emily Dickinson. Now, some bloopers.
Yeah.
Ready? No, are you good?
He looks like a goblin.
Are you ready? What? Alright, here.
We're keeping that one in.
With little progress at a time. And shining lights. That was so bad. I don't know the script. I didn't know the script. Now
Alright, get on, Ethan.
On your back?
Yeah, on the back. Alright.
Oh!